Nvidia will eat the S&P 500. It isn't happening tomorrow, but it will happen. But don't worry, if you feel like you missed the boat, there will likely be plenty of opportunities to jump into this stock along the way. For those of you who followed this channel for a while, you are well aware that I'm generally a long-term buy and hold investor, and I buy a stock with no plans at all to sell. My typical holding period is a decade or more. However, in the case of Nvidia, I made the announcement in my Patreon group that I was going to sell a couple of round lots of stock on the earnings release date in anticipation of a blowout. Why did I do this? Experience. I have been an Nvidia investor since 2011, and I have a lot of experience dealing with the incredible volatility of this stock. The stock reacts wildly to any news, good or bad, and after missing many opportunities to lock in gains, a few years ago, I decided that with this stock in particular, there would be a time to take some of those gains off the table and wait for another entry point. I didn't sell this stock because I feel that it has achieved all that it can. On the contrary, I still have a core holding that I have no plan to get rid of, and I believe that in very short order, Nvidia will be the largest component of the S&P 500. This company, very simply put, is far more important to the future of the global economy than most investors realize. It's more important than Tesla. It's more important than Apple. It's more important than Amazon, Google, or Meta. It is the beating heart of the digital economy in ways that few fans of the company understand today. Since the company was founded in 1993, the company has consistently been a leader in something, but in the last few years, they have become a leader in just about everything that might need a processor. We, as a species, have reached an inflection point in our advanced computational needs, and Nvidia is tackling challenges that most investors aren't aware of and have only just begun to contribute to company profits. In truth, I could make hours of video describing everything Nvidia is doing, but I'm just going to skim the highlights here. Nvidia absolutely dominates the supercomputer universe, with 357 of the top 500 supercomputers being powered by the company. That's 71%. In the automotive industry, Nvidia Drive powers all 30 of the top 30 autonomous vehicle data centers. In manufacturing, more than 40,000 companies use Nvidia AI technology to manage AI factories. Nvidia's answer to the metaverse is the Omniverse, understood by most investors to be about gaming, but that could not be further from the truth. Gaming is a component of the Omniverse, but it is about industry primarily. This industrial metaverse already has more than 300,000 individual users and more than 700 companies in the pipeline. It is about modeling and managing manufacturing projects from concept to design to production and sales. Manufacturing is going to get a facelift from accelerated computing in the form of AI and quantum computing, and Nvidia's Omniverse is going to be a large part of that. Isaac, the company's robotic platform powered by Nvidia hardware and software, is going to play a large role in this transformational process. There is gaming and the GPU business, of course, which has traditionally provided the bulk of Nvidia profits, and that is what most investors are familiar with. I expect revenue from this sector to continue to be strong, with wild variability, of course, but in truth, the earnings from gaming will continue to be important, but will be eclipsed by these other lines of business. Cloud services also continue to grow operations, and as various new projects that require Nvidia hardware mature, we are going to see this trend accelerate. Nvidia has been making forays into healthcare as well for a while now, but the healthcare business appears to have reached critical mass at this point, with more than 1 million developers having downloaded the MON AI platform for AI in healthcare imaging. Nvidia has been at the forefront of gene sequencing for some time, but it has become critical to the new fields of computational genomics and AI-enabled molecular modeling and dynamics. This is just a very partial and very generalized list of all of the AI hardware-enabled cookie pots that the company has its hand in. I haven't even mentioned their software business, which is just as comprehensive, if not more. With the sale of almost any Nvidia hardware beyond their GPUs, there is an accompanying sale of software. Nvidia has laid out a roadmap to achieving $1 trillion in revenue annually. On the surface, it seems unrealistic, but the company is anticipating eventual annual sales of chips and systems to top out at around $300 billion per year, AI enterprise software to grow to about $150 billion, and Omniverse enterprise software to grow to around $150 billion as well. The software business model has the added advantage over hardware of being subscription-based, which is going to continue to add recurring revenue to Nvidia's bottom line over time. In the publication that $1 trillion projection was made, Nvidia also described a $300 billion opportunity in the transportation industry. Today, Nvidia is already helping car makers to add Netflix-style subscription services to enable features like autonomous driving. Nvidia is going to take some kind of cut, of course. Mercedes and Jaguar Land Rover are planning to release autonomous cars with Nvidia's computers and software on the roads in 2024 and 2025 respectively. Of course, that's hoped. There is an exciting opportunity to transform the transportation business models in ways that are really hard to predict. We've seen Tesla do this with their autopilot software that has grown in price from less than $5,000 to $12,000 today. The future of AI-assisted driving will probably be subscription-based to reduce that upfront cost. Nvidia estimated in that publication that software represents a vast majority of the $300 billion transportation opportunity. Software subscription content per vehicle can result in thousands of dollars of revenue over the lifetime of that vehicle compared to hundreds of dollars for the hardware. The most important part of the transportation revenue equation, though, is that software scales with production of vehicles. It doesn't add much in the way of expenses to add another transportation software customer. This is an exciting new era of accelerated computing, somewhere we have never been before, and it's really, truly exciting. The world's demand for computing power continues to grow exponentially, but CPUs are no longer keeping up as Moore's law has reached its natural end. Nvidia is the pioneer of GPU accelerated computing to solve this challenge. In the post-Moore's law era, Nvidia is the only real solution for now. Competitors might arise, but look to Nvidia to dominate in these markets for years to come. Gaming, professional visualization, high-performance computing, AI, cloud transportation, healthcare, and robotics. Thanks for watching, folks. This quick video on how Nvidia is going to eat the S&P 500 might come back to haunt me, but let's check in a couple of years to see if I was right about Nvidia becoming the largest component of the S&P 500. That's it. Thanks for watching today, folks. Please like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.